Yo guys, what's going on? Got an awesome purple deck profile for you guys. This is centered around a lot of the new option cards coming out of BT4, as well as Lilithmon, Plutomon, and even MetalGarurumon here. Lots of awesome cards for purple. They have the ability to recur option cards, use them multiple times, and play them for free, and it's super strong, especially with a lot of the new ones we are getting out of the purple starter deck and BT4. So let's go ahead and get into it. So starting with the rookies, we've got, of course, 4 copies of Tapirmon. Tapirmon is awesome because you can just put him down, attack security, or into your opponent's Digimon and get that +1 off the draw. It's really good for putting on pressure and cycling through your deck. The next one we got is 4 Gabumon. He's probably the best one to Digivolve in your raising area. Of course, you have that inherited effect where whenever it is destroyed, you get to draw 2 and discard 1. This works especially well with Demimeramon. Sometimes you can, draw 3 cards, discard 2, but it's just awesome getting through your deck. And this deck is all about just drawing cards and setting up your trash for plays with Lilithmon and your option cards. The next rookie we've got is 4 Impmon. Impmon is awesome, even though I'm not playing Beelzemon in this build. Still getting to discard 3 from the top of your deck every single time he is destroyed is good for your recursion effects with Grizzly Wings as well as Lilithmon. Now, one other option you could definitely play is the BT3 Skymon. That card is very good because it has the inherited effect, I believe, where whenever that Digimon is destroyed, you get to gain 1 memory. So that might be another option instead of Impmon here. Or, you could swap out this guy, Candlemon. I do like him because he is a 2 cost, and sometimes you want to play that memory game with your opponent. You don't really want to give them too many options, so he is nice for that. Now that is the rookies. That is 14 rookies. For the champions, I'm playing 8 copies of Devimon. 4 of the BT2 Devimon with Vengeance. He is amazing, probably the best champion in this deck. Just being able to get rid of any problematic Digimon. Sometimes, I'll just leave a couple rookies on the field or not Digivolve him into immediately. And then my opponent will commit to the field, maybe with a Hercules, maybe with an Omnimon or something, and then I can just get rid of that card with him, and then if you pair him with maybe Gabumon, you get to plus off of that destruction. Then we got the starter deck Devimon. I'm playing this over Vilemon just because he is a 1 to Digivolve instead of a 2. However, he does only have 5,000 attack, so that's something to keep in mind. If you do want the higher attack, Vilemon might be an option for you. Moving on to the last couple of champions I'm playing here, we've got Meramon just because he's a 1 cost, and you are trying to turbo out your megas in this build. It's a little bit different compared to traditional builds of purple where, you're playing Piedmon, Beelzemon, and things like that. You're really trying to build up to your big plays here. And then Wizardmon, of course, because a 4 to play for a champion is pretty solid, especially when he has a nice when destroyed or when deleted effect of that +1 draw. Now, for the ultimates, I am playing 3 copies of Lady Devimon. Lady Devimon is absolutely amazing. I might consider playing her up to 4, especially with more and more purple option cards coming out. The fact that she has the inherited effect where whenever you do use an option card, you get to delete a level 3 Digimon. It's just a free plus. It's a free removal for, you to just get rid of your opponent's Digimon, as well as the trigger effect when she's Digivolved. You get to draw 3, essentially, because, you're drawing from the Digivolution itself, and then discard 2. So that's just an amazing effect. Really helps out with cycling your deck, especially if you haven't, if you didn't draw into your Impmon or your Tapirmon or anything. This is always a nice option. Chimeramon, just to get rid of any problematic ultimates or lower, and, working off of Tapirmon and, your Digimon that thrive off of the destruction is really nice. Only playing 2 of him because I did want to make room for both Lady Devimon and the Skullamaramon here. Skullamaramon is the Sirenmon of this deck. He's the 2 to Digivolve, 5 to play, and it's just really nice when you are trying to go into your Megas quickly. So speaking of the Megas, we got 3 of the starter deck Garurumon. I apologize, this one is in Japanese. There's no currently English proxy for this card, but he does have the Digiverse 2 effect. So it is the main effect activated during your main phase where you can detach 2 of the materials underneath him, so 2 Digivolution sources, and then you get to play a 7 cost or lower option card from your hand for free. So that's basically every single option card in the deck for free. And now if you have him with 4 materials underneath, you can activate that twice in a turn. It's not actually once per turn. So that is just amazing. Getting Trump Sword for free, getting Nailbone for free, getting all these very powerful option cards that purple has access to for no additional cost. It's just absolutely amazing. The only reason I'm not playing 4 of him is just purely space reasons. But that might not be correct. You could definitely play 4 of him. I did want to make room for both Lilithmon and Plutomon here. Lilithmon, of course, is self-explanatory. You get to recur the 2 purple option cards whenever you do have 10 or more in your trash. That's not too difficult to get to in this deck, especially with all the draw cards you're playing. And then if you do end up playing an option card, you get +2 memory. This makes Trump Sword a 5 cost. This makes Grizzly Wings and Back for Revenge free. So that's just absolutely amazing, especially paired with something like Lady Devimon. Now, Plutomon is a very interesting card. He's like, when I first saw this card, I was like, okay, this is solid. Of course, the draw 2 is always nice. We've seen success with cards like Zudomon. However, this is only a 4 cost as opposed to a 7. Not only that, you get to play a 6 or lower option card from your hand without playing its memory cost. So similar to MetalGarurumon in some ways. Now, when I first read this, I was like, okay, this is almost really good because Trump Sword's a 7. So unfortunately, you can't do 7. You can, get Necrophobia. You can get, all your 2 cost option cards, Grizzly Wings, for free. But that wasn't until the 6 card, I believe it's Hell's Gate or something, where it's the 6 card option for purple that allows you to destroy a level 6 or higher Digimon, just no conditions on that, just the 6 cost for that. Plutomon and Lilithmon, as well as MetalGarurumon, just insanely powerful cards helping you tutor those option cards for free. So then finally for the option cards here, I'm playing a little bit of weird ratios just because there's so many good option cards purple has access to, and I really just want to incorporate as many as possible. So only 2 Trump Sword because I am also playing the new Hell's Gate option card. This is straight out of Great Legend, and this card is absolutely ridiculous. First of all, it's a 6 cost, so not only is it lower than Trump Sword, but it also works with Plutomon like I was saying. This is the one that lets you delete level 6 or higher, and then its security effect is not too bad. I was expecting, a security effect, or, well, like a lack of security effect, like Back for Revenge, but you actually get to add it to your hand. So I'm playing 2 and 2, testing these out just for, versatility's sake. Sometimes, you don't want to get rid of a level 6 or higher. Sometimes you want to get rid of something else, so Trump Sword's nice. But then Hell's Gate is just so free, especially with Plutomon. So not sure how I feel about, like, this ratio specifically. I think it worked out for me. But, yeah, that could definitely change in the future. And then as far as the others, we've got 2 copies of Grizzly Wings, or Night Raid, I believe is, like, the official English name, which is weird because, like, Grizzly Wings was the dub name from the anime, but whatever. So playing 2 of that just so you can turbo out your level 3s from your trash. This is absolutely amazing. With things like Lilithmon, it becomes free to play. And then we got Back for Revenge, which lets you basically get 2 uses out of any single Digimon. This is amazing with things like Tapirmon. With Devimon, you can get multiple uses of Vengeance. And I think I even used it with, Lilithmon. And just overall solid card. Again, not playing multiples of this just because space reasons, but for a 2 cost, getting a couple uses out of a Digimon, triggering effects multiple times is always really nice. And 1 copy of Necrophobia because it is a 5 to play to get an ultimate out on the field. Now, it doesn't actually trigger any when played effects, but just being able to set up for Lilithmon and Plutomon is always awesome, and this becomes free with Plutomon's effect, with MetalGarurumon's effect, so you're really just trying to get as much advantage as possible, and this card is nice to have. Last card we got here is Nailbone. This is a new option card out of the purple starter deck. And it is a 7 to play, so it doesn't work with Plutomon, but it's really nice. It's like a supercharged Grizzly Wings. You basically get to play a level 3 and level 4 purple from your trash without paying their cost. So this is really nice, very versatile card, and solid security effect. The last couple of cards here, the Digi-Eggs, 1 Pagumon, and then 4 Demi-Miramon is the best one. There was another purple egg revealed recently. I believe it had the effect, I don't remember what it's called, but it had the effect where, like, if your trash was 10 or more, the Digimon on top of this gets Vengeance. So that might be another card to look into. That's probably a very solid option going forward. But yeah, guys, that is going to do it for this deck profile. Let me know what you think of this purple deck. Lots of fun. I encourage you to try it out. But that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.